Hey guys, how's it going? It's Baggins here, and welcome back to another Crucible video. Now, over the past few days, I've been going over all the footage we have of Crucible so far, because what else is there to do in a lockdown? And I feel like I may have found a few juicy pieces of information that some of you may have overlooked. Let's go over all of that in today's new video. So everything we've seen from Crucible so far, all the videos and articles, all seem to feature the same art style for the map. If we look over the footage, even when the game mode is changing, it does appear as though the map that the characters are playing on is the same. Now, for some of you, the idea that Crucible may only have one map maybe isn't too much of a surprise. A lot of people have labeled Crucible a MOBA-esque type of game, and if we look at other popular MOBAs in the past, one that Crucible is often compared to is Paragon, and I believe in Paragon there was only one map. In League of Legends, at least for the Premier game mode, there is one map, and again in Smite there is also just the one map. However, if you play the different game modes in League of Legends and Smite, depending on whether you're doing a 3v3, a 1v1, something like that, the map does change. However, looking through all of the footage from Crucible so far, it does appear that we're just going to be playing on one map. Now, there could be a bunch of reasons behind this. If the game is designed to support a competitive format, obviously having one map allows them to balance the game better for all characters. And also, it does appear that the map seems to have certain interactive elements. For instance, if we look through various clips of Crucible, there seems to be a number of situations where characters go invisible. Now, frequently we do see this Tosca squirrel cat lady going invisible, and I know some of you guys may think, well, Baggins, what if that's just part of a kit? But we also see Bug in this clip doing the same. Now, if we look through Bug's revealed abilities and his talents, it doesn't look like anywhere in his kit does it say he can go invisible, which leads me to believe that there are these yellow pods we see around the map, and when people shoot them, they seem to burst and provide a cloud that characters can walk into that gives them a temporary invisibility. Along with this, we also see multiple clips throughout Crucible's footage of characters shooting at these pink pods on the ceiling or on the walls, which seem to spray out goo and damage or kill characters. And then we also have these pink spike pods on the ground as well, which again seem to be interactable with. You can shoot them and they produce spikes, which again, I'm going to assume do damage. Now, obviously, having these interactable elements on the map does set it aside from something like a Paladins or an Overwatch, where maybe there is like a lift that you can take up, but the idea that you can use parts of the map to damage other characters is generally unheard of in these other hero shooter games. So whilst those games do generally boast a variety of different maps that you can play the matches on, it does seem so far that Amazon and with Crucible, they are going for less is more, where right now, seeming at launch, we will have one map, but on that map will be a variety of different elements, including but not limited to these yellow invisibility pods, these spike pods, these goo pods on the wall and ceiling, and we've also seen these green pods in the back of some shots as well. However, I haven't actually managed to find any footage to show what these do yet. Green is obviously a color that's commonly associated with healing in a lot of games. But then again, when I think of damage, pink doesn't usually come to mind, so we couldn't say for certain that green would be associated with healing in Crucible. We'll have to wait and see until we get more footage in the future to properly determine what these green pods do. Now, at this point, I kind of want to throw the question to you guys. What do you think about the idea of Crucible only having one map, especially if that map is used for all three game modes? We are purely just in speculation mode at this point. Just looking through the footage, it does seem as though the map is very similar throughout all the footage we've seen, but my understanding is Crucible is the name of the planet which these characters are fighting over right now. Essence is a rare resource that seems to occur naturally here on the planet of Crucible, and that's what the hunters are fighting over. Obviously, a planet is a pretty large location, but whether any colonization has happened on this planet, whether we'll see any buildings, obviously we do know we have the Essence stations, but have the hunters built a base of operations anywhere on Crucible? Well, so far from what we've seen, it doesn't look to be the case. Maybe Amazon are holding back on some map footage that we'll see at launch, or maybe it'll have to be something that is confirmed to be released later on after the game comes out. But yeah, really, that's all I had to talk about today, guys. I just wanted to get your thoughts and get your opinions on the idea of the game launching with just one map. Do you think that this will cause the game to get stale Even with the apparent inclusion of these interactive elements with the pods on the wall and the ceiling that allow you to turn invisible or deal damage to your enemies, it does seem from the footage where we see the map screen up some sort of dynamic events are happening mid-game as well. So I do have reason to believe that there is going to be a lot happening in a particular match of Crucible to make it different from the last one, regardless of which game mode you're playing. But ultimately, we'll have to wait and see. Here's hoping that Amazon will give us a little bit more information before the launch, but even if we don't get to see anything up until the release date, that's only just 9 days away from when this video came out. So as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and click that like button, subscribe for more videos from me and for information on Crucible, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.